Conigma Connect. No code, no effort.
Our demonstration begins with the synchronization of a process in SAP Signavio, specifically a simplified BD9 sell-from-stock process without additional steps. This process has 4 steps, along with a start and end event. Based on this model, we initiate synchronization using the Business Process Model connector. Upon completion, we switch to SAP Solution Manager. Here, we can see the BD9 process has been successfully synchronized and its individual steps have been created under the BD9 process. Additionally, a corresponding test configuration has been created and linked to Tricentis Tosca. By opening the test configuration, we can launch Tosca directly via the provided button. Tosca Commander automatically navigates to the correct folder and creates a new test case folder. Initially, this folder is empty. Conigma Connect will then be the vehicle to create the detailed structures within it. In practice, Conigma Connect is scheduled to run periodically, but for this demo, we'll trigger it manually to view the results. To do this, we open Conigma Connect and access the dashboard. We then navigate to the flow overview and trigger the flow that synchronizes the Signavio BPMN to Tosca test cases. After a short time, the flow completes successfully. Back in the test case folder in Tosca, we now find 4 test cases created by Conigma Connect. Each of these test cases consists of 3 steps, built using reusable test step blocks: log on, log off, and the actual application steps. When expanding a test case, we can clearly see each step that will be executed during the test. Switching to the Syniti Knowledge Platform, we can see that the inbox currently contains no requests. In Tricentis Tosca's Test Data Management Service, we observe that the data type for the BD9 process exists, but currently only contains 1 example entry. Navigating to Tosca Commander, we see that the test intent field for our Create Sales Order test case has been filed. The test intent contains a dynamic variable placeholder, which Conigma Connect will replace with the correct field names required for the test data service. To initiate the data request from Syniti, we set the test data status to Requesting Data. Once again, we return to Conigma Connect. We manually trigger the flow responsible for synchronizing Tosca data requests to Syniti by clicking Execute. After a short wait, the flow completes successfully. In a real-world scenario, the flow would also be scheduled to run periodically. Refreshing the Syniti inbox, we now see that a new item has been created. The previously mentioned variable for the field names has been dynamically replaced with the actual field names. Back in Tricentis Tosca, the test data status has changed to In Progress, indicating that Tosca is waiting for Syniti to provide the required data. In Conigma Connect, we open the flow to synchronize Syniti test data back to Tosca TDS. Typically, this flow is triggered automatically by Syniti, but for demonstration purposes, we execute it manually. After a short wait, the flow completes successfully. Switching to Tosca Test Data Management, we can see that Syniti's provided data has been automatically populated. In Tosca Commander, the test data status is now set to Completed. This data will be used in the Create Sales Order test case, dynamically filling the necessary fields. Here, we see an example overview of the detailed test steps, with all fields referenced accordingly. With all preparations complete, we're ready to execute the test case. This can be done via the test calendar, but in this demonstration, we execute directly from the test configuration using the Execute button. After successful execution, we see that an execution list has been created in Tricentis Tosca, and all 4 test cases have been executed in sequence, all with successful results. If we inspect one of the result sets, for example, the Create Sales Order test case, we see that all values provided from Syniti to TDS have been correctly used, and the test case has passed successfully. Finally, returning to SAP Solution Manager, we refresh the automated test results view. We can confirm that the test result has been successfully synchronized back to Solution Manager, including all relevant logs.
Conigma Connect. No code, no effort.